are now listening to Lower Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all.
Check.
Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we
yeah,
go.
they're fine.
You're a part of the team.
Do you want to get louder, closer?
Dad light, Doug light, bright
it
light,
looks good.
insight,
Mine
all
looks louder
right.
still.
Dad
Okay.
light,
You know,
Doug
okay.
light, bright light,
Oh.
insight, all right. Yeah, Dad light, Doug light, bright lights,
All right.
insight,
You ready?
all
Yeah.
right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lower Road Radio.
Let's get it. What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell. This is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Loud Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. How you doing today?
I'm liking the mobile studio.
The mobile studio is nice.
We are in a comfortable.
I'm sitting on a couch, my feet are up.
This might be the
I'm
most.
watching TV.
Yeah, this might be the most comfortable studio environment we've been in.
Yeah, I think so.
I would not say it's the optimal.
It's not efficient. It's not convenient normally.
Correct.
Now, if my wife and kids ever leave me and never come back, and just move to Montana forever, then yeah, we can do this all the time.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll be rooting for that.
I mean, just to be honest, I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
But if it doesn't, there's always an upside.
the recording the podcast would be more convenient. Yeah. So, I'd rather not go to those lengths, but I do have to say it is very comfortable. I very much like recording like this.
Eventually, once we top the 1 million listener mark, we'll just get another studio.
Yeah, we'll have
Like
our
a-
own studio.
like a real studio.
Comfortable chairs, couches. I think this is a good room for sound, but we can even get a better room for sound.
Yeah.
Put
Well, we'll
some
have
sound
acoustic panels up. Yeah.
That'll be the whole thing.
Well, we need a man in the box, and we're
Yes.
taking applications for that. By the way,
Always.
Yeah.
Right now, my dog is our man of the box, and he's not doing anything.
Yeah, he's a lazy bum. He's passed out on the floor.
Yeah, he's just happy not to be in the rain.
We
So-
have talked about our brother-in-law being the man in the box.
Yeah, Josh would be the best to be the man in the box because he gets our particular brand of psychosis
Yeah.
and understands it.
But he's not that we're super sports show.
Yeah.
But he's not super sports.
No, but he
He's
knows
sports
enough.
related, yeah.
And to kind of keep us in check.
I would also like to nominate Luke.
Luke would be good. I mean,
Now-
he'd have to move to Ohio.
Well, yeah, that's a given
I don't know if that's a
because we're not moving there.
yeah. No, I don't know if that's a deal breaker for him, but he's definitely in the running.
Yeah, I mean, so
you know.
Luke and Josh, that would be two options.
I think Brandon would be fun.
That would be chaotic. I mean, I haven't.
I think it could be fun though. I think
Yeah.
You just don't know what Brandon's going to say.
No, that's true.
Adam the male nurse would be fantastic. He would
I don't
do a
know
great
him.
job. Yeah, you've never met Adam
No.
the male nurse, but he would do a really great job, and he could definitely bring in the sports expert. He knows way more about sports than we do, so
Yeah.
he could correct us. Kind of that Tony Reale character in PTI.
Yeah.
What are they? Where he gives the errors? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, at the end of the show.
Yeah. So, but, if you were or were not on the list, we are taking applications for the man of the box.
Yeah.
You'll currently get paid as much as we do.
Not forever, though.
Not forever,
No.
but we will expect you to pitch in because that's how much we get paid, is that we pay to do it
It's an expensive hobby.
currently.
Not expensive as
It's
golf.
actually, yeah. No, well, it depends on where you golf and how often you golf.
Yeah, in Dad's backyard, it's,
It's not so bad.
Just don't lose any golf balls.
So, anyway, every week, Jason, we show up, and we got 3 things that are just burning in our brains to talk about. So, Jason, what is your first thing?
So this has been a recent development. We have had, we've quadrupled twice over our total listenership.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, that's a legit thing. We're not making that up.
That's actually
I mean,
happening.
we're over, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
We have over 1,000 followers on Podbean.
Just Podbean alone. And that's not counting iTunes. And
yeah.
there's literally 1 million different podcast networks. Do you know iTunes? I've looked at our numbers recently. iTunes is not even, it's like 3rd among all of our listeners.
Right. You would think it'd be higher.
It's not.
Because,
And did you hear they're getting rid of iTunes?
what do you mean
Apple?
they're getting rid of iTunes?
The new iOS They just, like, this week is the Apple development, whatever. They are repackaging all of that stuff. So Apple is driving the market with the podcast, and there's going to be a whole new network of podcast categories. Podbean actually sent out a email about this to all the listeners, all the podcast providers.
Really?
And they said that they're going to be evaluating that as Apple releases their stuff.
So this is a podcasting thing. This is not a music thing. Because when you said they're getting rid of iTunes.
No, they're getting rid of iTunes.
Like, I have iMusic.
I know. So they're going to keep iMusic.
Good. That's all. Okay. That's what I got worried about. Because iMusic is very important to me. Unlike different levels. Like,
No.
I'm using it.
No, I understand. So, yeah, my understanding of it is the software iTunes. They're repackaging it with
right.
other stuff.
Okay.
So,
I hope this doesn't mess me up.
have you seen the new Mac Pro? I mean, you don't
No.
follow any of this stuff. It's, the old cheese grater Mac Pros.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with those?
Yeah.
They, in 2013 or whatever, repackaged it as what many call the trash can.
Yeah.
They're going back to the cheese grater.
Okay.
And I'm actually excited about this. The base-in model, $6,000.
Jeez.
That doesn't include the monitor.
It's a great computer.
The monitor is a 8K monitor.
Uh-huh.
The monitor itself is something like $4,000. The stand
I did see that. The
Yeah.
stand is $999.
the stand is $1,000.
Yeah, because I saw like a meme. Somebody said that they were trying to decide between buying 67 copies of Star Wars Episode 1 or a or a stand. So
Well, here's the thing. So if you get the base model and the screen and the all the gadgets, all the stuff with it,
Yeah.
it's like $1,200. I'm $12,000.
$12,000, yeah.
So
I mean, I guess if you're getting all that, you're using it for like video
it's high-
editing,
yes,
and
absolutely.
you're using it to make money.
it's almost commercial grade. It
Right.
is commercial grade. It's a professional
Yeah.
line of
Yeah.
equipment. I desperately desire it. I don't have a need for that right now in my life, but
I can't imagine that I'll ever have a need personally for that. Just personally, like what we're running right now is all I'll ever need. In fact, my next Apple computer, I'd like it to be a laptop.
yeah,
Make it a lot easier for me.
yeah, it's good for the go. We have a Mac Mini, sits on the counter.
Yeah.
It's nice,
Yeah.
low profile, and I've taken it with me. You just unplug it. It's a HDMI. You plug it in wherever you go. Mm-hmm. So that's nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty convenient, except it's not battery powered.
So what is your thing
for what?
that you're talking about? What is your one
Oh,
thing?
I lost track. Oh, listeners through the roof.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got off on the Mac.
I don't know.
So can I use Mac as my first thing?
Sure.
And then I'll jump back to my listeners here. in a
Oh,
minute.
okay. So that's your first thing. is
I talked way too much about the Mac,
Macs
and
are
I got off
expensive.
my original point.
All right. Jason,
Yes.
my first thing. This is a would you rather scenario.
B. How many choices do I get? A? Or,
2.
Okay.
One is Nolan Ryan, one is Roger Clemens. Nolan Ryan threw 7 no-hitters
Yes.
in his career.
Yes.
Roger Clemens never threw a no-hitter, but he won 7 Cy Youngs. Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young award.
Wow.
That's surprising.
That is surprising.
So what would you rather have? The 7 no-hitters and no Cy Youngs, or 7 Cy Youngs and no no-hitters?
Well, if I take their whole career, like, is this a question Nolan Ryan versus Roger Clemens? Because Nolan Ryan pitched until
no,
he's
I
like
think
72
this is
years old.
this is just straight that statistic. I told you you can have the record for the most no-hitters, or you can have
7 Cy Youngs.
yeah.
It's absolute.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
It's pretty cool, though, to have 7 no-hitters.
Oh, it's amazing. But
Yeah.
he pitched till he was 70.
Yeah.
He did. His rookie baseball card was 1954, and he pitched until like 1996.
Yeah, I remember him being an old guy for the Rangers in the 90s.
And then beat up
could
Robin
still-
Ventura.
Yeah, he could still deal, though, right?
Yeah, he could. Yeah. But his ERA, so if you look at his whole career,
Not great.
Not great.
But when he was on,
he's unstoppable.
Right.
Same thing with Roger Clemens, though.
Nolan Ryan is like a highly upgraded version of Homer Bailey.
Oh, yes.
Where when he's on, I mean, Homer Bailey's thrown 2 no-hitters, right?
Yes.
So, I mean,
Which
that's
is
a thing.
absurd.
It's crazy, but he has.
Absurd, yes.
So when Homer Bailey's locked in, he's as
if
good as anybody.
Homer Bailey is operating like at 30%. Nolan
Yeah.
Ryan's at 100.
That's what I said. He's a highly upgraded version of Homer Bailey.
Yes.
Okay.
So if Homer Bailey had durability,
Yeah.
think about this. If he pitched till he was 50,
Could he have thrown 5 no-hitters, maybe?
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting close.
And then you got a guy that's thrown 5 no-hitters. This is crazy, though, because Homer Bailey,
yeah, but he might.
yeah.
He's still out there. I mean, I think
But
he
I feel
got
like
traded to the Dodgers, but I don't
Roger
think he's
Clemens
playing.
had the fastball. He had the attitude. There's just something. Not Roger Clemens. I'm sorry. He did.
Nolan
yes.
Ryan, yeah.
No, there's just something about Nolan Ryan. Even
I
his
agree.
name, just everything about Nolan Ryan
Like
is.
Texas.
He's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Homer Bailey.
That's a cool name.
I mean, it sounds like he has like a comic strip, like a Sunday morning. Hey, did you read Homer Bailey? Did you?
Like Beetle Bailey.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Or Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson beat him.
Yeah.
He's a combination between 2 cartoon characters. And that's the way I view him
And if
as
you're
a
a
baseball
pitcher,
player.
the worst name for a pitcher has got to be Homer.
Bob Walk was a pitcher. Did you know that?
Yes. San Diego Padres. I've got that
Yeah.
baseball card.
Bob Walk was a pitcher. Homer Bailey. I don't know.
The answer
there's
is
another
7
one.
Cy Youngs.
7 Cy Youngs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
that's pretty special.
If you ask
That
me,
means you had 7 great years, obviously.
incredible years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, if you ask me whose career I'd rather have in its entirety, I think it's Nolan Ryan.
Because of the steroids and all that stuff?
Well, that, but also the longevity. Like,
Well-
you tell me,
Roger Clemens pitched a long time.
yeah, Nolan Ryan pitched longer. Are we going to look this
I'm
up?
going to look it up.
Okay,
All
who
right.
are you going to look up? I'll look up one. You look up.
Okay,
the
I'll
other.
look up Roger Clemens.
Okay, I will look up Nolan Ryan.
I mean, I know Nolan Ryan pitched longer. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying Roger Clemens did not have anything like a normal length of a career.
No, he had an extended.
Very extended.
It wasn't Nolan Ryan.
All right, I have Nolan Ryan's seasons pitched. I'm sorry, Roger Clemens.
How many?
24.
I don't know how to look this up.
Well,
How many? What's his career? How many games did he pitch altogether?
how many games did he pitch?
Yeah, I have a win-loss record. Well, I guess that won it because like some games aren't going to be included in that.
Nolan Ryan, 27 years.
27 years, and what was Roger Clemens?
24.
Really?
So,
Really?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Gosh, it feels like.
well,
it-
you think, when did Nolan Ryan start? When did he finish? Like I'm sorry, when did Roger Clemens start? Roger Clemens started in the early 80s.
Okay, listen. This is Nolan Ryan started in 1966.
Yeah.
1966 at age 19. He pitched until 1993.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it just feels
66 to 93.
I just think 66 feels a lot older to us, but because Clemens pitched, I'll tell you, Clemens pitched. Debut was 1984, and his last appearance was 2007. I mean, that's a long time.
Well, steroids.
84,
Steroids
94, 2004. I mean,
He had 2 separate incredible careers.
the Boston
And then
career,
Toronto.
and then the Toronto, and then
And
New
then
York,
Houston.
and Houston.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He was
Yeah.
really good for a long time.
What does he go into now? He's not a Hall of Famer because of the steroids, but
He might be. I think they're going to start putting him in.
what hat do you give him? 84 to 96 Red Sox, 97-98 Blue Jays. Just that one year. Yankees 99 to 2003, Astros 2004 to 2006, and then he played one more year with
It's
the Yankees.
Boston.
I feel like it's Boston, but there's some bad blood there. Like, they don't like him in Boston.
Because he left and pitched for the Yankees and beat them.
I know.
It's Boston.
His career ERA
Yeah.
was 3.12. That is
That's pretty good.
phenomenal for that many years.
Okay, so Nolan Ryan, 3.19.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. It's
better
higher
than I
than
thought.
What was Nolan Ryan's win-loss record?
That 526.
What? Oh, his
Percentage,
percentage.
yeah.
Like, he didn't win 526 games. I don't have a percentage
So it's
here.
324 wins,
Okay.
292 losses.
Clemens, 354, 184.
So better percentage.
But better teams.
Much better teams. Yeah.
Nolan Ryan pitched on some crappy teams.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, 11 All-Star appearances
I don't
for
have that.
Roger Clemens.
How many games? Can you see how many games?
Games pitched. Let me see.
Nolan Ryan, 807.
That's a lot of games. I'll bet he has more like per.
Oh, do you have
season.
complete games? This will blow him away. Are you on baseballreference.com?
No.
Go to
I'm on
baseballreference.com.
Wikipedia. All right.
Just Google his name again and go to baseballreference.com as the Google source. This will blow you away.
Okay.
This won't even be close. Because it was different. Back in the day, it was different. No,
okay.
I'm telling you, it won't even be close.
All right. I'm on baseballreference.com.
Okay, so if you scroll over CG, complete game.
Like on the bottom where they'd have like the
No, it's at the
totals.
top. Right there, that whole stat. There's a whole stat box.
Right here. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
games.
it's showing each year, so I got to go down.
you
to
go
the
down
bottom.
to the bottom, and
That's
it
what I
tells you
said. Go down to the bottom.
Oh my gosh!
I did say that.
Complete game. How many?
Sorry, this is hard for me to read. Complete game is CG
Yeah, complete game.
118.
222. That's over 100
Yeah.
complete games more.
Boy,
people
in-
don't do that in a whole
In
career.
1987, Roger Clemens pitched 18 complete games.
In 1973, Nolan Ryan pitched 26.
Jeez.
26. So he did that in 1973 and 1974.
That's
Listen,
ridiculous.
2 consecutive years. 26.
Nobody will ever do that again.
And listen, Linda, listen.
Listen.
His ERA in those 2 years, a combined 288
That's pretty
with
amazing.
26 complete games in each year.
What was his best ERA year?
169.
Rogers got a 193
Okay.
and a 187.
So in
But the
19
thing, he had a 187 in 2005.
he was roided
like
up.
towards the end of his career. Yeah.
So
he was
in
roided up.
1981, Roger Clemens,
You mean Nolan Ryan?
I'm sorry, Nolan Ryan had a 169 ERA.
In 1990, Roger Clemens had a 193. That was like his best legitimate year.
Innings pitched, do you have that count?
Innings pitched. What is that?
IP, yeah.
Okay, I see. 4,916.
5,386.
That's closer than I would have
1,000
thought.
innings.
Well, no, not 1,000. You said 5,000 how many?
386.
Well, this is 4,900. So
Oh, okay, 400. So 400 innings. Divide that into 9 for
Yeah.
complete games.
yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Hits. I mean, we might as well go through the list now.
All right, let's do it. 4,185 hits.
3,923. So Nolan Ryan's better on that with a longer career. Nolan Ryan's better than I thought.
Yeah, he is better than I thought. I had always heard that his statistics were not as great. What's his
Home runs against him,
like home runs given up? Yeah, 363.
321.
Wow, Nolan Ryan.
No, listen, Roger Clemens played in the home run era.
Yeah, that's true.
And Nolan Ryan did not,
well, still.
based on balls.
1,580.
2,795.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
He walked quite a few guys.
But strikeouts, he's got to have the strikeouts.
Is there an intentional walk?
IBB
Yeah.
63.
78.
That's like not many. That's like those guys are like, yeah, I'm not.
They do that
walking
in a
anybody on
season
purpose.
now.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. They do. All right, career strikeouts
5,714.
4,672.
Yeah, that's a
What was
lot.
his best year strikeouts?
383.
Nolan Ryan's best year is 292.
Holy cow.
Jeez. All right.
Listen,
I don't know
I'm
if
all
there's
about the Nolan
any-
Ryan. I've flip-flopped on this.
What was his best FIP?
What
I
is
don't
a
know what a
FIP?
FIP is. FIP is
Innings pitched. Something innings pitched. I don't know.
You used to be able to. I'll bet on the computer you can click on it and it would tell you what it was, but it's not telling me here.
H9, HR9.
They get all these
All
crazy
per 9
statistics.
innings.
Home runs per 9 innings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's an interesting stat. So
That is an interesting
Nolan
stat.
Ryan is 0.5. Home runs per 9.
0.7 for Roger Clemens.
Strikeouts per 9.
interesting.
So this is interesting to me. Strikeouts per 9 innings, 9.5. He averages more than one strikeout per inning.
8.6. Boy, 9.5.
More than one per
That's
inning.
really amazing. Because right now you watch a game, you're like, oh, man, he struck 9 people out. You're like, hey, good game. That was like an average day.
Yeah, but they also only pitch 5 or 6 innings.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. What's the question?
Strikeouts to walks. Let's do that last one.
How do you read that? My number's 2.04.
Mine's 2.96.
So he's got 2 strikeouts for every walk?
He's got 3, basically 2.96, 3 strikeouts for every walk.
Yeah, because Nolan Ryan walked quite a few more.
Right.
Yeah.
This is how you get a lot of no-hitters. You walk 7 people. It's still a no-hitter.
Didn't your baseball coach or your basketball coach in junior high pitch a no-hitter and lose a game?
Yep, he did.
That's
Bill Renda.
unbelievable. He
walked a guy. I think he just gave up the one hit. He walked a guy. The guy stole second.
No, he pitched a no-hitter. It was no hits.
No, I'm sorry. He just walked one guy. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
He walked the guy. The guy steals second, steals third. Sacrifice fly, and he's home.
Yep. Lost 1-0. Unbelievable. Can you imagine
Couldn't
pitching
have
a
happened to
no-hitter?
a better basketball coach. All right.
That's got to be the most discouraging thing ever. It's a great story, though.
I guess he had the ball on his desk.
Yeah. It's high school or college?
High school.
Yeah.
I think high school. I don't put that ball on my desk. You put that ball on your desk?
Yeah, it's a no-hitter. Of course you do.
All right. Okay. What's your next topic?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the listeners.
All right.
Our listeners are through the roof. iTunes consists of only like a third of our listens. Podbean a third just online browsing, which consists of like Player FM and a ton of other like online sources.
Draymond Green is a mouth breather.
Yeah, that's fine. We've talked about that. So listen, we're not going to reference live basketball games at this point.
No, nobody knows that I'm referencing a live basketball game.
I'm talking about our listeners, and you're watching TV right now.
Okay.
Listen, this is a crazy thought to me because we've come out as the only conservative sports podcast out there.
We are the conservative sports podcast.
The only one that I know of.
I don't know.
I haven't done a whole lot of research.
In fact,
but
I know that most of them are actively
liberal. Yeah.
Some of them seem to be neutral or try to be.
Yeah, well, we tried for a long time. And this is not a Republican-Democrat thing. This is a conservative and liberal thing.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the crazy thought. 23% of all of our listeners come from California. 23% of all our listeners come from New York.
That's over 50%.
No, it's 46%.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But nearly 50%, nearly half of our listeners are in liberal states, even though we are the conservative sports podcast.
You want my explanation?
Please.
If you are now there are conservative people, specifically everything in New York that's not New York City is pretty conservative.
Right. No, that's true.
And there are a lot of conservative areas, farmland areas, things like that in California. California's a big state.
And even north of San Francisco, like up in the woods, that's a whole different area too.
So, and there are conservative people that live in New York City and San Francisco and LA and all these things. If you are in a liberal, saturated environment, you're going to seek out conservative things.
Okay.
So I think that's the general explanation, is that they are saturated with liberal things, so they have to search outside of their own market to get something that's not just pounding them with a liberal theology.
I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So of all of our listeners, I mean, literally we have thousands at this point, thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
We need all of them to, comment, rate, subscribe.
Yeah, that's all.
Preferably good
We
things.
don't need you to send us a check.
No,
We don't
it'd
need
be
you
nice,
to.
but
Listen, if you want to, we're not going to stop you. We don't need you to send us like an all-expense paid trip to the Super Bowl.
I mean, it'd be nice.
If you want to, we're not going to stop you.
Yeah.
But comment, rate, subscribe. Doesn't cost you a penny. A couple minutes of your time. Time is money. I get it. But
I mean, listen, you're at work. You're on the clock anyways.
Yeah, might
It's
as
not
well
like it's
do it.
costing you your time. You're costing your company's time.
Exactly. And that's really what this is all about. All right. So that's your
No, half of our listeners come from liberal states, even though we're the conservative sports podcast. I like it.
Okay.
I want to hear what Donald Trump has to say about that.
Nothing would make me happier.
Well, he was on the air not that long ago.
He
he gave his NBA Finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or NBA predictions.
Yeah, he's a fan of the show.
He is a fan of the show.
Why are we not bigger if Donald Trump's a fan of the show? All of America elected him, so he's got to be somewhat popular. So my second thing is, Jason.
Yes.
I need your, I don't know, advice, but like what would you do in this situation?
Yes.
I'm home alone. Kevin!
I got the fabric, eggs, and fabric softener.
I got the milk, eggs, and fabric softener. Wait a minute, I've got a receipt for that.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association?
I don't know.
Kid, I don't know.
Kevin, you're such a disease. You're what the French call les incompetents.
So...
You're home alone.
Oh, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. So I am home alone.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I'm home alone.
Yes.
And Eric and the kids are in Montana.
Yes.
And she gets an email that there's a book that Abby has checked out that needs to be extended.
Okay.
I said, no problem, I'll take care of it. Rode my bike to work the other day. I said, I'll stop by the library on the way home. I'll walk in, get my own book because I wanted to get a book, and I'll extend it. So I walk up to the counter, said, hey, my daughter has
Let me
a book.
interrupt you really quick.
Yeah.
Are you wearing a backpack?
No.
How are you transporting the book?
I don't have the book. She has the book.
You're going to get a book.
Yeah.
How are you going to transport
I got a
it?
little pack in my...
like a fanny pack?
No, on my bike. That the
little satchel?
Little, thing that the bike that the book can slide in.
Just curious.
Yeah, no, I thought about it. So, so I go to the counter. My daughter's got this book out. I need to extend it.
Yes.
And so I give her my daughter's name, and she looks it up. She's like, well, it looks like there's these 3 books. I was like, no, that's not the book. There's another one. I said, you know what? It's under my wife's card. It's not. She came with. It's under my wife's card. It's not under hers. And she goes, sorry, I can't divulge information because your wife is an adult, and we don't divulge information on other people's accounts that are adults. I said, yeah, but she's my wife. Like, you have that information.
Right.
We all got cards at the same time. It's like a family thing. So, and all I want to do is extend the book. So
yeah, she's
like, sorry, I can't. I just can't do it. I can't tell you anything. I was like, you can't even tell me if I'm right about the book being out? You know what I mean? Like, whether we need to extend or not? She's like, I can't tell you. I was like, you're looking at it. That's what I told her. I was like, you're looking at it right now.
Right.
Like, you could tell me.
Right.
She's like, no, it's a law. Like, we're not allowed to do it. And I said, well, is there something that we can do to, like, make it so she can, like, look at my account and I can look at her account, like, in the future so we don't run into this again? She goes, nope, there's nothing we can do. I said, we have a bank account together.
Yeah.
Like, like any credit cards that we have, we do that with everything so that both of us have ability to make the difference.
Except your Facebook accounts.
Yeah, we do not merge. We're not crazy people. Sorry, Aaron. I know you listen to the show, so.
The dual Facebook accounts, really? Stop.
I'm not going to get into it.
Listen, if Facebook had a dual option, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The dual option for the single.
Listen, when a man and a wife become married, they become one person.
Not Facebook, though.
Anyway, we have a bank account together. Like, everything in our life we can both have access to. I think the library is taking themselves a little bit too seriously. So I told the story to Aaron, and Aaron said, and so basically, he's like, well, what'd you do? And I said, well, I just walked away. I said, well, then the lady started giving me, she's like, well, let me explain it to you like this. Let me give you this scenario.
She was talking down to you.
Totally talking down to me. She's doing that thing like,
Yeah.
And she started going to the scenario about a husband and wife that had split up, and he want information or whatever. I'm like, and I totally checked out on what she was saying because it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it was so stupid. And I just interrupted her. I'm sorry. I said, I'm not changing this policy, obviously. I'm not going to change your mind. There's nothing that you can tell me that's going to make me think that this isn't stupid, but I'm not going to change it. So it doesn't matter. I'll just call my wife and she'll have to call in, you know? So Aaron said, and so I just walked away.
Yeah.
Aaron said, I think your brother would have handled it a little bit differently. So the question is,
did he have any insight?
Yes. He said your response would have been, well, I'm here and I'm not leaving until you tell me what I need to know.
Okay, I could see that.
Because he's been with you in a situation in which you did just that.
Really?
He said it was a store and you were going to pick something up.
Oh, yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. So for Christmas, we got our kids a Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. We go up to the counter. Shelby had purchased it online.
Right.
And she paid for it online.
Yeah.
And we got the receipt, the email to say it is ready to pick up.
Right.
You've got like 3 to 5 days to pick it up.
Yeah.
Well, I show up like day 3.
Right.
It's in the window to pick it up early.
Yeah.
Like, I am not late at all.
You're doing exactly what they asked you to do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to the counter. Mm-hmm. I give him my name. He can't find it. He's looking. It's not in his system. And I show him my receipt.
Yeah.
The address, where I'm supposed to be, how much it was,
yeah.
confirmation of the payment.
Mm-hmm.
I show him my bank account where they deducted the $300 for the Nintendo Switch,
mm-hmm.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he gets a point where he's just looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
And
Aaron said it was a little awkward.
Yeah, and I wasn't leaving that store without a Switch.
Yeah.
Because it's like 5 days before Christmas. Like,
right.
I have to leave the store with a Switch.
You get the Turbo Man.
I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. Nobody's talking.
Yeah.
And he goes, there's nothing I can do. I said, could you look and see if you have a Switch sitting on the shelf with my name on it?
Yeah.
And like, he's like, okay. So he starts looking and he finds it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know why it's not in the system, but there's one on the shelf with my name on it.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's not in the system, so there's nothing I can do.
What?
Yes.
People are idiots.
I know. He's like, there's literally nothing I can do. I can't just give this to you because I have nothing to scan.
It has your name on it.
I know. There's nothing to scan. So
Not your problem.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
So I said,
I'm getting mad.
Yeah. I'm like, can I'm that close to, can I talk to a manager?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it was tense there for a while.
Yeah.
And eventually he figured it out on his own, and I left the store with the Switch. But I told Aaron on the way home, because we were driving together, I said, I told him that. I said, I was not leaving that store without a Switch.
Right. And you didn't.
No, check me on that, because I'm not leaving the store. Now,
so
in my gut,
No, this is not Christmas gift. I mean,
it's different.
The seriousness of your situation was
very
heightened.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is just a library book, and Erica can totally call and extend it.
So I would have said this, though. Am I allowed to pay a late fee for my wife's book?
Yeah. No, I don't think I would.
You can't pay the late fee for her book?
I don't think they'd let me. They won't let me know anything about her information. They won't let me know that she has a late fee.
I know, but that's where it's different. I'm telling you right now, they would have taken your money.
You know what I could do?
If you said, listen, there's a $2 fee because it's been late for 3 days, I would like to pay that $2 fee. Okay, sir. And they would have taken your money.
You think so?
Absolutely. But I would have checked them on that. I would have checked them on that.
I should go back and find out.
Yeah.
Here's what I could have done, because I've called the library to extend a book before. You know how that conversation goes?
No.
Hey, my name is Dan Owings. I've got a book out, and I'd like to extend it for another 14 days. Okay, Dan, you said Owings.
Yeah.
Okay, the book is
Such and such? Yeah.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, yep, got it. 14 more days. All right, thanks.
So you call, hi, my name is Erica?
I could have totally walked outside the building and just said, hey, I'm Erica Owings, and I want to extend this book.
Now, if I would have done that, I would have stood at the window and
just
looked
looked at them
her.
while you did it. You know what I mean? And then like, I know you're not Erica. Like, whoa, wait a minute. What? Why? Because I'm a man? Is that what you? Because you think? Because just because I sound like a man,
the card might say that you're a female.
right?
You can't say that. Say, like, I've been smoking some cigarettes. I got a cold.
Or I identify as a female. My name used to be Eric, and now it's Erica. Like, you don't get to tell me what I am. You know?
So why didn't you just go in there? That's what you should have done. Just go up to a separate window. Hi, my name is Erica. I'd like to extend my book.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. Just to the next window, and yeah,
The very
what are
next
they gonna
window.
say? And
Yeah.
if they say, "Well, you don't, look like an Erica," I could've been like,
You don't look like a
what's,
Nancy.
What's that got to do with you?
Nancy.
It's a family name. But seriously, would you have done anything, or would you have just walked away?
No, I would have. Okay, the seriousness of it, things like that. I could give a rip. Like that's on my wife.
It's not that important. It's the
really
principle that it's just so stupid.
I know.
Like everything in life, we share a bank. I can go to our bank right now and take out all of our money, and go to the casino and blow it all. Like there's nothing legally stopping me from doing that. You know what I mean? Like
you gonna do that tonight?
Oh, so bad. I got that itch, that gambling bug on the Looney Tunes. It made me angry. It like literally, it made my I think it made my blood pressure go up. I was so like, I was looking at her like, can we just be human beings here?
Yeah.
Can you just be a human and me be a human? And she's like, there's always a worst case scenario and somebody always messes it up for everyone else. I'm like, no, like we don't have to be those kind of people. Like we don't have to make policies for idiots. Like there are billions of people getting library books, and one person did one thing that was wrong, and now we have to have a policy because some person like.
Listen, I will say this: I understand not giving information.
I wasn't asking for her address.
Listen,
Why are you defending her?
I'm not.
Don't defend her.
I was defending you. This is part of my argument.
Yeah,
I'm not asking for an address.
I don't even need to know the name of the book.
Yeah, I don't care.
Just extend it.
What's
the worst thing that could happen? They return it on time.
And it's not my wife's book. It's my daughter's book.
She has the extension anyway. Like, it's not like it's been extended 5 times and you're out of times or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen by you pressing one button and extending it? Like, what's the worst case scenario there? I don't get her address. I don't have her phone number. I don't know anything about her. I'm just asking you to. I even know the book. I know the name of the book, and I know the name of the person. Just extend it.
So in hindsight, another thing you could have said was, like, do you have our All Horror family up there? Yes. Do you see that book on any of, maybe it's on my account. Oh, well, I see it on your wife's account. Okay, well, can we get that extended?
Well, yeah, I guess in hindsight, maybe, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, our family checked out a book.
Yeah. I even had the email, like, from her. Like, I showed her the email. Erica sent me, like, a screenshot. She's like, when it happened, she's like, hey, can you take care of this or whatever? And I mean,
So in hindsight, my wife's in the hospital.
You know what I thought about? I honestly thought about saying, you know what, I didn't even want to, like, this is not a good time for me, but my wife died yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, or she's in the hospital, or, you know what I mean? Like, she just left me. I don't know what it is. Like, just come up with some horrible scenario just to, like, see what they would have done. Make her feel bad. Push it back on her.
That's the right thing to do, I think. Make them feel like trash.
It's just so stupid. That kind of thing.
It's liberal. It's liberal thinking.
You're right. It is liberal thinking. It absolutely is liberal thinking.
There's no common sense with that at all. That's right. Too much government.
It made me so angry. It wasn't the inconvenience is what made me angry. It was what that represented.
I'm with you. You.
It represents mindless idiots, who refuse to use their brains and refuse to believe that other people could actually use their brains, and so they make a policy. Because one person did one thing that was stupid, or it's just.
No, I get it. I get policy. I get all that stuff. But there's got to be.
At some point, I'm a human being who lives in this town, and you're a human being who lives in this town.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just look at each other.
Did you drop the card? Don't you know who I am?
I thought about it. I've got a podcast. We've just recently tripled. I thought about. I wanted to keep on going, but I had to walk away because I was going to get angry. And, it's best that I not yell, at the librarian. That's a best case.
Yeah. Was she old?
No, I mean, she wasn't old. She was, I don't know, she seemed older than me. But she was probably in her 40s.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's probably the perfect age to argue.
At one point, that would have been very old. I would have said, oh, yeah, she was super old.
She's ancient. But I'm saying if she's 80, she's like, yeah, listen, I've been around a long time. I've extended a lot of books. It's fine.
Yeah. Or I feel like if she was older, definitely. Or if she was quite a bit younger, I could have, like, intimidated her.
Yeah. Well, that would have been easy.
Yeah.
She was the perfect age to have the argument.
She seemed like a man-hater, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Liberal, woman, power, man-hater. Listen, I'm not a woman-hater.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I love women.
Yeah.
I prefer them.
Twice as much as men.
You love them twice as much as men?
Yeah.
Just twice as much?
No, like 1,000 times more. My third thing.
All right.
Are you done with your second thing?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, my third thing. So we have recently become fans of the soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And we have both seen the Sunderland Till I Die on Netflix.
It's great. It's like maybe the best thing on Netflix right now.
It might be like my top 5 things of anything I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I like it that much. If you haven't seen it, I mean, this doesn't give anything. This is like years old now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't even care if you don't watch soccer and you don't know. This is no spoiler alert. The whole point is watch Sunderland Till I Die. You'll be fascinated by the story.
Whether you like soccer or not.
Whether you like soccer or not.
Yeah.
It's a human interest story that evolves around soccer. Sunderland Football.
Or it revolves around soccer.
Sutherland Football Club
Yeah.
gets relegated to a lower league.
The championship.
The championship from the Premier.
Right. That's how this show starts.
That's how the show starts.
Right.
Their money as an organization goes from $300 million down to like $30 million.
And they're a relatively big club in English
yeah.
circles.
They've been around for a long
They
time.
got a huge stadium.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it's something ridiculous, like $300 million to $30 million.
Yeah.
A tremendous cut. In the championship, they lose again and get relegated again, and the money once again is a ridiculous cut down.
Yeah.
Sunderland Town is devastated.
And that, by the way, is only money that you're getting
TV
from
revenue.
the league. That doesn't count all of the ticket sales that are going to go down.
That's right.
And that doesn't count your advertising
It's
dollars
everything,
that
yeah.
are going to go down.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever number you got, it's like twice that much probably.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you can't pay your players. You can't pay your workers. You have a hard time paying the groundskeeping
it's not like you can
crew.
just say we're a big club, so we're just going to,
Eat the bullet.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that
Yeah,
way.
you've just lost hundreds and hundreds of
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
So they get relegated twice. So now they're in what's called League One.
Right.
Right. So there's
Which
the
is the
Premier,
third tier.
the Championship, and League One, which
Yeah.
is the third tier. And the relegation and promotion, I love this system. It needs to be in all of American sports. I'm convinced of it.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
It's one of my favorite things about soccer.
In League One, how they do it is the top 2 teams automatically get promoted.
Yeah.
And then the next 4 teams play a 1-game playoff for the final 2 spots.
Yeah.
For promotion.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. So
It's totally capitalistic.
absolutely. So Sunderland plays this other team. I don't even remember who it was now because it's been a week and a half ago when I saw the game. And within the first just couple minutes of the game, the Sunderland guy turns to kick the ball back to the goalie to kick it around the end. The goalie's not paying
Yeah.
attention. It basically goes right by him, a self-goal.
Yeah.
They go down 0-1.
It's not even an own goal, like it deflected off of
Oh,
you
no,
and
it
you were
was-
playing defense and it was just a fluke thing.
Oh, as stupid as it could get.
Right, yeah.
I mean, just awful. And
That's hilarious.
it was bad. So, I mean, they ended up losing like.
After watching that,
Yeah.
the champion of the League One, let's say the best
Well,
team.
let me just say they went on to lose.
So they are. They did,
League One
they're
again.
Still League One. They're
They
still
stay
the-
in League One,
They're
that's
still
right.
in the third tier.
Yeah.
So Did you watch the game?
Yeah. The whole
so
thing.
let's say the best team in the League One, which is not Sunderland.
No, it was like the 5th team in the league. Sunderland was
Yeah,
actually, I
it's
think,
like
better
Sherwood
than.
Forest or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So could the best team in League One, like what would happen if you put them in MLS?
Okay. Like let's just say Sunderland.
Sunderland. Okay, fine.
Okay. Because I mean, I've actually watched
Yeah.
a fair amount of games. So if you have ESPN Plus, which I do, it's like $4 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
You can watch all of the EFL games.
Yeah.
Which is all that League One, and so it's
Which
like
is competitive soccer.
it is very competitive soccer, and I would say top to bottom is probably more competitive than the MLS.
Yeah.
So the best EFL team would dominate Major League Soccer. Sunderland is probably the 4th or 5th best this year
Yeah.
in League One.
Yeah.
And I think they probably play in the championship of Major League
Yeah.
Soccer.
I agree.
That's how bad it is.
Now, the best of the best players in
Well,
the
they get-
MLS
Yeah.
are very good, and
A lot of
can play.
times former English Premier players.
Yeah, but can't quite cut it.
They're old and can't run as much.
Yeah, can't quite cut it over there anymore. But they're still very good players.
Yeah.
But it's the middle of the road and the bench players.
That's right.
That just make all the difference. Right.
Each team has one or two guys that could compete
In
on
other
a League
leagues
One
and
level.
stuff like that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Which is like it's. I
can't
don't
even-
want to say never because stuff happens and things change. Sports change over time. I mean, there was a time that horse racing and boxing were the two biggest sports in America.
Right. Well, when we were kids,
but-
I think it's the equivalent of saying, not exactly equivalent, but college football, for a long time, there was 2 or 3 divisions that were significantly better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the major divisions, SEC, Big 10,
Yeah.
Big 12, Pac-10, whatever.
Yeah.
And those smaller conferences, like the MAC, which is what we're familiar with,
Yeah.
Bowling Green, Toledo,
Yeah.
Ohio U,
Yeah.
these teams never,
Mountain West, those kind of
yeah,
conferences.
Boise State,
Yeah.
teams like that, they would have never, when we were little, never competed with the big boys.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
Well, now a MAC can beat anybody.
Yeah.
They can.
I mean, you couldn't put them in the Big Ten and they would win it, but they could
No,
beat.
like Western Michigan has gone undefeated a couple years.
Yeah.
Like they could compete on that level.
Yeah.
But there's a significant difference even between those leagues top to bottom.
Sure, even now.
Even now.
So what I'm saying is, I just wonder if there will ever be a day that the MLS, like 50 years from now, you know what I mean, would be as good as the Premier League.
It will always follow the money.
Yeah.
When there is more money to be made here, players will come here and play.
Yeah.
I'm convinced of it.
Yeah.
So you could pay me twice as much as Liverpool.
Okay.
Sign me up.
Yep. Sure.
And
So
I gotta
do
believe
you think
quality of life in America's got to be better.
than Liverpool?
Yeah.
Ooh, the Liverpool lads from Liverpool.
Right? I just think everything's got to be better.
The Beatles are from Liverpool.
No, I
so-
get it. I get the reference. Mm-hmm. It's all money.
Yeah.
It's all money. It will always follow the money.
Do you think it'll happen?
Yes.
Like 20 years
In our lifetime.
in our lifetime?
In our lifetime, the play will be so like the Champions League. Mm-hmm. Right? So like the best 4 teams of all the different major leagues.
Yeah.
I think potentially the MLS could have the best 4 teams
Yeah.
compete on that type of level.
Okay.
Now they're going to lose, but when the money's there, it will be there.
You're like 40.
Yes.
How old do you think you'll live to be?
Minimum 80.
So let's say you live to be 80. That means you have 10 more World Cups in your life.
Yeah. It's at least 20 years before anything happens. So I was watching the 20 and under World
Yeah,
Cup.
Yeah.
America's not even like
So
these.
what I'm saying is, will there be a U.S. World Cup championship
No,
in your
I
lifetime?
follow. I don't know.
There's only going to be 10 more. Like, the clock is ticking. You're only going to get to watch.
That's kind of discouraging.
It's the saddest thing I've thought about in a long time.
Well, and early in the podcast, you talked about your wife dying at the library.
Well, yeah, that's true. Horrible place to, I guess, bad paper cut at that point. So 10 more, that really hurts deep. Like, that really like makes me confront my mortality in a way that I'm not
Is it every
comfortable
4
with.
years?
It's every 4 years.
Yeah.
So you and I
Well, if you think about it, it's also the Olympic schedule. We only have 10 more Summer Olympics.
have only 10 more Summer Olympics. That's really depressing. Like, I'm going to be up at night thinking about
You know
that.
what? We've had 10 Summer Olympics in our lifetime.
Yeah.
They doubled up in
Right.
94, 96, 98, or whatever it was.
Yeah, right. So we've had 10, and we got 10 more to go. We're on the we're
on the latter half of our Summer
We're going
Olympic.
down the hill in our Summer
Oh, it's
Olympics.
so depressing.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to be done now with
With the podcast? or
the podcast.
Not with life.
No, not with life, but life is obviously too short. All right. There are 10 more. Well, I'm going to fixate on this. There are 10 more World Cups, give or take,
In my lifetime.
hopefully give, in your lifetime. Will the U.S. win one?
No.
One of the 10.
No.
Like, even if they were, like, great now.
They
that's
can't
still,
in the next 4.
So you're talking, like, then they've got 5 or 6, and they got to win one of those, and it's not easy to win one.
Yeah. The odds are no. They're not going to win the next 4. They're not even close to the scale of the other.
So, like, maybe in 80 years, they win a World Cup?
Yeah, like my final World Cup, they might win.
Wait a minute. No. So you're saying when you're 120?
Well, maybe.
80?
It depends how advanced technology gets.
Okay.
I mean, if we start getting robot parts, I
Uh-huh.
might live to be 800.
Okay.
If I get robot arms and robot legs and a robot heart,
Yeah.
come on. Now I'm Robo Jason. Just keep Jason, like Bio Jason brain. I'll be fine. Give me the rest robot parts.
I don't know. If movies have taught me anything, that's a bad idea. It's not going to end well.
No, it's bad when it's artificial intelligence. If you get human brains in robot bodies, it's
But at
human
what point does
thinking.
your brain break down? You know what I mean?
I don't think it does.
I think it does, actually.
My brain's never broke down.
Okay.
My wife would argue
People
that.
get brain diseases all the time. So.
I've never gotten a brain disease.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, I guess if you've never
My
gotten
brain's
one,
going to be good for hundreds of
you're
years.
like the guy that I met at the mall one time. Did I ever tell you this story?
I don't know.
So my kids are, I don't think Abby's born yet. Levi and Michaela are very young, but they both have stigmatisms.
Yeah.
And they need glasses.
Yeah.
And I'm at the mall, and they're little kids with
Yeah,
glasses with the
yeah.
hooks that go around the back, you know. Little kids with glasses. And I'm at the mall at the Play Zone thing, whatever, and there's this other dad.
Yeah.
You know. And he's like, "Oh, those your kids right there?" Yeah, those mine. They have glasses. Yeah, they got glasses. Well, can I ask you a question? How did you know they needed them? Like, they're so little, it's not like you can't read the numbers or the letters. It's like, well, I don't know. I'm not a, optometrist, but from what I understand, there's the shape of their eyeball is the thing that's what astigmatism is your eyeball's not perfectly round. It's like oblong,
yeah.
And so that's how they know. They can tell, and they can drip this dye in your eye, and it can turn into a different color, and they can diagnose you.
Yeah.
He's like, huh. Well, I've never had glasses, and I have 20/20 vision.
Yeah, well, that might be why.
What am I supposed to say to that? Congratulations. Hey, kids, take off your glasses. This guy's never worn them, and he's got 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
We're doing this wrong. Apparently, never wearing glasses is linked to perfect vision. The moment you put glasses on, then you don't have good vision anymore. Like, what an idiot. Like, what am I like? And he said it so arrogantly. Well, I've never worn glasses, and I have 20/20 vision. What? Like, what am I supposed to say to that? That's kind of what you just said.
About the brain disease?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. But he doesn't need glasses. He's fine.
I guess. Apparently, my kids don't need them either, according to this guy. So, all right. So
No, I'm not saying your brain's not diseased.
I'm just saying it could
I'm
happen.
saying my
to you
brain's
in the
not
future.
diseased. Well, that's possible.
Because it
Anything's
hasn't
possible.
happened. What is?
Science will come around.
Have you done your third thing?
So that was Sunderland, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so that's it.
For me, I mean, I got more stuff to talk about.
No, that's fine. I'll take number 3. My third and final thing is Disney Plus has made some announcements.
Ooh.
So November 12th is the tentative date that Disney's streaming service will launch. Apparently, it will have all things Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and including the new Star Wars TV series, The Mandalorian, directed by
JJ. Jon Favreau.
And so that's what they'll launch with it, and it's going to be a huge thing. And it is $6.99, or no, it's $5.99 a month. Is it worth it?
So $6 a month to watch unlimited Disney, or $5 a month for unlimited coffee.
I'd take the Disney, and it's not just old Disney stuff; it's new content that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else.
Here's the problem. I have 1,000 subscriptions. I have an iCloud subscription. I have a Netflix and a Hulu and a YouTube and I've got 1,000
Xbox
subscriptions.
and I know.
Xbox Live?
I know.
Yeah.
That's how they're getting us. Just like $5 at a time. That's how they're getting us.
I don't want to, but I will.
It's kind of hard to say no.
It is hard to say
It's
no.
$6 a month because I get to watch the new Star Wars thing.
Well, it's so, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if it's as long as I don't do contracts the way, like, because we've done this with Hulu, is we'll get Hulu for a month every once in a while.
Right, and then catch up on a bunch of stuff.
And we'll catch up, and then we'll just, drop it. So as long as we've never done that with Netflix. We've always just maintained that. But as long as they don't do contracts and they let me do that, well, then I'll get it. We'll watch
all your stuff.
the series, the new content, and then we'll drop it.
So for a long time, well, not a long time, but randomly, like HBO had like Game of Thrones and a couple series that we watched, and Showtime had a couple series. They have like, the 3-week window where it's free and all this stuff. So we've done that same thing. We've played that around a little bit, but then we'll do the same thing. We'll rent it for 1 month because you can do that with HBO.
Yeah.
It's like $6 a month.
Yeah.
You get it for 1 month, you bust through it all, and you can stop it.
Yeah.
No, I'm all about that.
No, that is, I mean, you're right with the subscriptions thing. Like they're getting us, like I'm subscribed to like 20 different things or whatever. But the good thing about this new system is they don't have contracts. Most of these things don't do.
Right.
So you can get it for just 1 month at a time. But I think they're banking on people not doing it, forgetting about it, and then another 1 month went by, and I guess they're doing it again, and it's all like automatically. It's not like you're sitting down and writing a check to Hulu. You know what I mean?
No, what would be great is if someone could consolidate one master list of 1,000 different things to subscribe to. And I'm going to pay this $100 a month. I'm going to check 10 things.
Yeah.
Like a la carte
Okay.
subscription.
So there's 100 things. I get to pick 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it might be the USA Today physical newspaper delivered to your house. That's a subscription.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Netflix. Maybe it's Apple Music. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's Spotify.
Yeah.
You have 10 things to subscribe.
Jelly of the month.
It's $10 a month.
Yeah.
Jelly of the month. Whatever it is.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving all year long.
So if someone's smart enough to do that, it's $1 billion idea because then someone takes.
I'm excited about it
$1 off the
because it's new Star Wars content, and
I'm all about it. They're actually doing 2 different series, right?
Yeah, there's rumor that there's going to be an Obi-Wan series.
Oh, I thought I heard. So they're giving a trilogy to do Old Republic.
Yeah, there's an Old Republic trilogy that's going to come out, but that won't be a Disney Plus thing. That'll be in movie theaters. Yeah. All right, Jason. Every week we come in with our Netflix suggestion of the week. What is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
We are always looking for family content to watch on Netflix.
How
Something we can all watch together.
Yes.
Minute to Win It is on Netflix.
Oh, really?
It's a fun show for the kids.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
I mean, how many tissues can you pull off a box in a minute?
Right,
That type of stuff.
stacking bolts.
Like ping pong balls and shot glasses.
Yeah.
It's fun. The kids love it. They giggle. I just like watching the kids. Oh, I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of that happening.
And then, in my house it is, yeah.
Yeah. You have a very competitive house.
So back in the day, many, many years ago, EA Sports had a bunch of commercials on. And at the end of the commercial, do you remember what they said?
It's in the game?
No. Challenge everything.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Okay, yeah.
And so I used to, with Estelle and Harrison, I stopped before I got to Gideon, thank God. With Estelle and Harrison, I used to whisper to them, like before bed, challenge everything.
Jeez.
Hey, listen,
goodness.
I want my kids to grow up to be free thinkers. Challenge it.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's right, challenge it.
Okay.
Don't believe everything you're told. The earth is round. Really? Challenge it. Prove it wrong.
Okay.
Now, you might be wrong.
Sure.
But listen, if you don't challenge things in
you'll
life,
never know.
you're just going to believe all the crap that they give you to believe.
Believe all the crap that they give you to believe.
The truth is, you are brainwashed. The American people are brainwashed.
Preach.
I am.
Okay. So your Netflix suggestion of the week is?
Minute to Win It.
Minute to Win It. All right.
Challenge.
My
Challenge
Netflix
everything.
suggestion of the week has been a suggestion before,
Oh, my gosh.
but it's a new season.
Okay.
So the new season of Documentary Now, which is not a Netflix original, but just dropped on Netflix.
I love documentaries.
Now, I haven't seen them all, so I
Okay.
can't speak for them all.
How
but,
many episodes are in the new season?
7.
Okay.
I've seen 5 and 7. because I just picked ones that I actually. You know what?
Yeah.
I have seen 1 and 2. It's a 1 and 2 is making fun of a Netflix documentary about a cult in Oregon.
Okay.
You have to watch. So it's called Wild Wild Country.
Okay.
So you have to watch Wild Wild Country. I think that's the name of it.
Okay, so that's the real documentary.
So you have to watch the real documentary first.
Okay.
Because once you do, this is hilarious. Like,
Okay.
because it's called Bat Bleep Valley.
Yeah.
Is the name of it. It's part 1 and part 2 of documentary
Yeah.
now. That's actually pretty funny. It's crazy.
My favorite documentary now is the Blue Jean Committee.
The Blue Jean Committee is the best.
It's the best.
But episode 5
Okay.
is called Searching for Mr. Larson, A Love Letter from the Far Side.
Okay.
So Gary Larson is the
Yes.
creator of Far Side, and it's about a guy that's trying to find and meet Gary Larson, and
Okay.
and it's making fun of. Now, if you want to watch the original documentary, you should. There's one called something Mr. Watterson, where it's a guy finding Mr. Watterson or something
Is it
like
Patterson
that.
or
Patterson?
Watterson?
No, it's Watterson.
Watterson.
Watterson is the guy
Calvin
that
and
created
Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Have you watched that?
No.
Okay, so you have to watch that first.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
on, I think, Amazon Prime.
I hate that.
You have to
Can
watch
they
that.
just package it together?
No,
like this and then this.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But you really do have to watch it first because then this is hilarious.
Okay.
And I referenced it earlier. It reminds me the guy. It's Fred Armisen is the main character
Yeah.
in this one, and he reminds me of a friend of ours a lot. In
Okay.
this, I mean, this is a documentary that our friend would make. Like, it's perfect. But you really should watch the Calvin and Hobbes one first.
Like
it's
8 different things.
It's
to
a good
suggest.
documentary.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the last one is called Any Given Saturday Afternoon, and it's about professional bowling, and it's really funny.
Okay.
So the professional bowling one was pretty funny.
Those are great.
Yeah,
Those guys
documentary
are
now.
hilarious.
I heard an interview with Bill Hader, and he said when they went to make it, he said our whole thing was just an idea like that we really wanted to do. And we thought it was crazy that we found somebody, IFC, that was like willing to let us do it.
Yeah.
And we never thought anybody would watch it, or like it. We never thought it would be popular.
Yeah.
We just thought it was hilarious that somebody was letting us do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, anytime somebody comes up to me and says something about, oh, I love documentary now, he said, I'm always like, just like blown away, like, what? Like, you like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
He said it just seems so like inside humor to them. They're great.
They are great.
I think one of the reasons we appreciate them so much is because we watch a lot of documentaries.
That is true.
And so we have that reference point. And you kind of have to know the documentary they're making fun of to fully appreciate it.
Yeah, there's been a couple I watched, like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You
but
know.
if you don't know, like this thing like that I'm telling you,
Okay.
The specifically, I think it's called Wild Wild Country.
Do
you
they
have to
reference
watch
it like in the description? Like, this is what we're making fun of?
You know what? I think it did.
That would be helpful.
Yes, this says, in this takeoff of Dear Mr. Watterson,
Okay.
a devotee of the comic strip The Far Side sets out to meet the creator. Yeah, and then in
Okay, so
in the
it
other one
does,
says,
yeah.
in this episode of the documentary Smash Wild Wild Country. So you have to watch Wild Wild Country, which is honestly like one of the darkest things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's so dark. It's about a cult. I mean,
Okay.
it was like super dark.
I'm all for a good cult, but
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like a good cult? But anyway, it's pretty funny, pretty well done. Owen Wilson is like the cult leader, and it's pretty
if
great.
you could have asked me any actor
Yeah.
to pick a cult leader, he'd been the perfect one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, and it's got a twist too. So I won't say anything about
Okay.
it, but it's really good, really good. So that's my Netflix suggestion of the week. All right, Jason, that's a show.
Yeah, that is.
As far as I'm concerned.
Comment, rate, subscribe.
Comment, rate, and subscribe. All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.